2026 Porsche Macan electric specs, redesign, features. A Porsche is constructed from a special set of parts. The basic idea remains constant despite the constantly shifting formula. A Stuttgart-built sports car or SUV must be the best driving vehicle in its class. The electromagnetic age is not the only era with this trait. Many people consider the Porsche Taycan, a zero-emission executive express with many of the same features that made the Porsche 911 so popular, to be among the sportiest saloon cars on the market. You may also get one with a big boot or one with a modified, pseudo-SUV design. Porsche has thus taken its time and is currently concentrating on the popular Macan. This rival to the BMW X3 is all-electric and offers a single or twin-motor powertrain option. With a single motor design, the enormous 100 kWh, 96 kWh usable battery powering both powertrains may provide a range of up to 398 miles. 2026 Porsche Macan electric redesign and update plan. Exterior and interior. Making a Porsche feel like a Porsche requires more than just driving one. You must feel totally at home in the cabin thanks to its immaculate, crystal clear panels and straightforward, tactile controls and buttons. Thankfully, the Macan electric meets almost all of these needs. The displays are often easy to read, and the driving wheel and seat may be drastically changed. While other climatic settings may be managed by touch, hardware switches are used to regulate the temperature and fan speed. The cooled variant is among the quickest and most effective wireless charging mats we've ever tested. All things considered, the car's superb build quality justifies its base price of about £70,000. Cost-cutting measures are often lacking, even when the lower sections of the cabin include some less costly polymers. The options list is long, though, as it has been with every Porsche since the start, so proceed with caution. Even our Macan 4 electric test car had enhancements worth over £25,000, so we can't really tell what a base spec car may look like. We think that many crimes may be forgiven with the extended leather package, £2,805. How often do you touch the door bins or the bottom dash? If finances are tight, proceed with caution since you might not find this crucial. The Android Automotive infotainment system reacts fast, and you may use the passenger side display if you'd like. We wouldn't bother since it seems useless and like a waste of money that would be better spent somewhere else. It's not that difficult to use the main screen with your loved ones, after all. In this sense, Porsches come with a standard infotainment system. The fonts are easily recognized, and the operation is perfect. The majority of the options are arranged in a pretty sensible way, and the CPU that drives everything seems to be really complex. The 1,694 pounds augmented reality head-up display is something we would avoid. Even while it may occasionally be very uncomfortable, Porsche claims that it can really project up to 10 meters in front of the car, which is equivalent to an 87-inch screen directly in front of your eyes. Despite increasing the wheelbase by 86 mm, Porsche has not been able to create the first electric Macan a viable competitor to the Range Rover. Although having a panoramic roof decreases headroom, taller persons barely fit in the rear. The hard-back sports seats that are standard on the Turbo severely restrict legroom. For parents with children who need child seats, the backbench has two exterior ISOFIX mounting points. Depending on your point of view, this 2018 Porsche Macan could look more like a modified hatchback than a true SUV. Aerodynamics are improved by the slanted roof. Porsche claims that compared to the previous Macan, the reduced drag coefficient is comparable to a range of 85 kilometers, 53 miles. There will be less room in the boot than with a BMW 9/3, for example, but internal functions won't be impacted. The 540-liter load capacity, 480-liter for the turbo, is still a respectable size, and the seats fold 40 hours 20 minutes and 40 seconds to offer mobility when you need to transport heavy objects. The charging connections are also located in an 84-liter space behind the hood. Towing preparation is included as normal, however the tow bar itself will cost extra. Since a Macan can pull 2,000 kilograms, install one. Another alternative is to install a back wiper, which would cost about £300. Going without one could be okay in countries like California, where it doesn't rain very frequently, but it seems a little absurd to charge for something like that in a country with such erratic weather. 2026 Porsche Macan electric specs. Engine and performance. The 2026 Porsche Macan Electric's control weights are quite attractive. The steering is precise and dependable, and the car will turn swiftly because of the available grip, even though it lacks the granularity of an old hydraulic rack. Since the Macan's center of gravity is 140 mm lower than that of the previous generation, even its weight, which is the biggest hindrance to its agility, can be controlled. These controls are just as accurate as the pedals. It is easy to control and supply power out of curves thanks to the strong yet steady acceleration. Although there are no adjustable brake energy regeneration settings, the brakes are just as smooth when alternating between recuperation and conventional discs and pads. The comfort of the Macan Electric is its weakest point, especially in cities and at slower speeds. There aren't many ways to get around an electric SUV's significant curb weight and required higher ride height, save from adding a slightly stiffer suspension. Because of its sturdy construction, the Macan Electric can crash into bigger craters and bounce over uneven ground. Although both of the cars we examined had air suspension that could be adjusted, the 4 model could have this option for £2,064. The smaller 20-inch wheels were a big improvement, especially in an urban environment. Both the 4 and turbo variants appeared more flexible and limited on the highway or on faster, twisting routes. In terms of straight-line performance, we don't think many owners will feel the urge to go from the base Macan or Macan 4 electric to the top turbo. Even the entry-level model has 335 horsepower, 355 horsepower when employing launch control or overboost, and can accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 5.7 seconds. The Macan 4 Electric's milder throttle makes daily driving more pleasurable, even though its 382 horsepower doesn't seem as urgent or sharp as a Tesla Model Y performance. If that isn't enough, the 630 horsepower Macan Turbo Electric can accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds. 2026 Porsche Macan Electric Fuel Economy. Using the WLTP test technique, Porsche claims that the single-motor vehicle can drive up to 398 miles between charges. On a brief and challenging test route, a dual-motor Macan 4 Electric showed an overall efficiency of around 2.9 m/kWh. This corresponds to a range of around 275 miles in the real world. But if they had a stronger right foot, we think they could easily cross the magical 300-mile mark. Even if you do exhaust the battery earlier than you would want, the 800-volt Porsche design should allow you to recharge it by 10 to 80% in just 21 minutes thanks to incredibly fast charging up to 270 kilowatts. The Macan Electric features two 11 kilowatts AC charge ports, one on each side, to make charging easier at home or when traveling. Because of the size of the battery, a typical 7 kilowatts residential wall box will likely take 13 hours to fully charge. The extended 8-year or 100,000-mile warranty that comes with all Macan electric vehicles ensures that the battery pack will either be replaced or retain more than 70% of its capacity. 2026 Porsche Macan Electric Safety Features. Although Euro NCAP has not yet evaluated the 2026 Porsche Macan Electric, the company is renowned for its safety. Both the Taycan EV and the previous Macan were given full 5 stars in their assessments. Standard features included in all cars include autonomous emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, and lane keep assistance. Thankfully, we didn't find these technologies to be excessively intrusive, even while we were driving fast on winding roads or long highway sections. It's always advantageous to not have to press the off button 5 minutes into a trip. Since the Macan Electric is so new, it is challenging to accurately assess any potential reliability concerns. Nonetheless, Porsche's customers are satisfied, as evidenced by the fact that it often places in the top 3 of our annual Driver Power Owner Satisfaction Survey. 2026 Porsche Macan Electric Release Date and Price. The premium platform electric is one part that the Audi Q6 e-tron and the Porsche share. Other rivals include the Genesis electrified GV70, Mercedes EQC, and BMW 9.3. Even though the less expensive variants in the Macan electric range will sell the most, there is a turbo version, of course without an actual turbo, for those looking for greater performance. Like other Porsches, the single-motor Macan Electric, which begins at little over £67,000, comes with a wide range of options. A Macan 4 Electric, which is comparable to a Macan Turbo Electric, might cost over £95,000 with a few option packs. The two standard paint colors are black and white, but at an extra charge, up to 59 special tints are offered. The 2026 Porsche Macan Electric comes with 20-inch wheels as standard, but 21 and 22-inch rims are optional. The most expensive would set you back over £6,000.